Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
All right, it is Friday. It is actually 7:01 p.m. This is being done late because you know what? It is what it fucking is, and that's how we roll. But before we get into today's podcast, I want to thank Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation. You want to lose weight, feel great, get back in shape. You want to fucking build muscle. You want to just get that body you always wanted or get back to your high school weight. Well, guess the fuck what? Jon has developed a system that is not patent pending, but what I would say is specifically designed for each and everybody. And that is designed to set you the fuck up. And just reach out to him, reach out to me, links in the fucking notes, get hooked the fuck up. CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. SleepTerraClothing.com. SleepTerraClothing.com is a dark occult brand. Shirts, hats, art prints. And you know what? For those who see, those who watch, I have a beautiful beard. And you know what? If you see the man next to me, he has a beautiful beard too. And Leviathan Cross is what we fucking use. Shit looks great, smells great, and the bottle does not spill. That's what I fucking love about it. I hate them fucking droppers. You get too much fucking oil, not enough oil. Well, you know what? You dab it on your fucking hand and you're good to fucking go. Yeah, and you can go to sleepterraclothing.com, get yourself hooked the fuck up. Feast modes, flavor your meat from sweet to heat. Look, organic, all natural. I can turn the bottle around and it's real fucking ingredients. I can read the fucking bottle. I can read the ingredients. It ain't some fucking bullshit. And you know what? I use Asiago jalapeno, Tennessee whiskey. Those are the two to go with. And you know what? You can get hooked up at feastmodeflavors.com. Just use code AngryDad at checkout and get 10% off your entire fucking order. CBD. CBD is something I use. CBD is something I trust. CBD is something I take every fucking night before I go to sleep. I wake up rested, relaxed, and recovered. And if you need that in your life, go to hempbombs.com. The link's in the notes. Get yourself hooked the fuck up at hempbombs.com. Let's get right into today's podcast. I have the owner, the CEO of Sleep Terra Clothing. He's a good friend of mine. I talk to him on a basically daily, every day. And I send him memes. I bomb him all fucking day. I send him UFC, funny ass fucking shit. And it's fucking hilarious. And we have a good fucking time. And you know what? I just love having conversation with him all the time because it goes everywhere for us. Yeah, dude.
I think you're one of the, I talked to a bunch of people on Instagram, but I got very excited when you hit me up with the memes. I actually just checked my TikTok, which I haven't been on in a while. Oh
yeah, your shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it was 200 something notifications. I think you and DJ from Untrained.
Yeah.
You guys bomb my TikTok, and I'm not on there all that often.
Oh yeah, now you're getting plenty of good stuff. And it was even more funny. It's I just recently had to get a new TikTok because I got banned. They literally they're 100% gone. No fucking, I don't think my videos are that bad.
Hey, why'd you get banned?
It's because they keep community guidelining me. They keep saying I'm bullying. They keep saying I'm promoting dangerous acts. I'm like, it's literally videos that are already on there. And I just come on there and I'd be like, see that? Don't do that. And then guess what? Completely demolish my fucking and I had a small gathering. I was literally at almost 3,000 followers. And I was getting a little bit of a fucking, just going, and then all of a sudden gone.
You're threatened by how man you are.
Exactly.
How much of a man you are.
Too many people don't like my toxic masculinity. That's just what it is.
Yeah, dude. I feel like they've been banning a lot of people. I see a lot of my friends getting banned. I actually noticed, they were trying to I think when I joined, they didn't have brand pages yet.
Yeah.
There were no business pages yet. But as soon as they kept on cramming it down my throat, oh, you have to join the creator thing or the brand thing. And so I was like, oh, sure, why not? I mean, it doesn't hurt. And then of course they started spamming me with oh, spend $20 in ads. We'll add $200 to the budget and all this crazy stuff. And my engagement went down. I think my first TikTok video got somewhere between 200 to 300 likes, and the view was in the thousands. I was like, oh wow, maybe there's something to this platform. It didn't translate into sales or anything like that, but it was eyes on my brand that didn't have eyes on me already.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as that brand page thing hit, I posted a funny video, like just a regular video. I wasn't selling anything, just, just some fun content with my dog, Nana. And it got 18 likes. That was it. 18 likes and like 30 something views.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing too, is like with a lot of at least with social media that I notice is like with TikTok, I could have did a creator one too. The translation over from my Instagram to TikTok, they were like, oh yeah. I was like, no, I'm just doing a regular TikTok because I don't sell anything. You know what I'm saying? I do have my my link bio that takes everybody everywhere, but I'm not specifically selling anything on TikTok. I was literally like, I'm only here for funny shit, because that's my wife was sending me funny stuff, convinced me to get a TikTok, so I did, and then I ended up loving it because like I just keep seeing shit that is fucking hilarious to me, and then the next thing I know, I'm saying everything I thought was hilarious, and these are all just videos from other people, and then boom, gone. I think I got like 4 7-day bans where I could look at TikTok, but I couldn't interact. I couldn't DM or send TikToks. I was just kind of like, oh, I guess it is what it is. And then I like appealed a few, and then they didn't even, they're like, nope. And it was even more funny. It was like last night I posted a TikTok of a truck. This is one I already posted and didn't have no community guidelines. And literally, it's just a truck hitting a bridge where the front just kind of pops off and makes a funny sound. Mm-hmm. I posted that, and with 0 views, and maybe 1 minute, maybe less than a minute after I posted, community strike. And then I appealed it immediately. And then as soon as I appealed it, it instantly sent me your appeal has been lost. This video is stricken. And it's like, but like, I just sent the appeal. Who even fucking looked at it?
Dude, probably no one.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like,
it's that bullshit.
They're probably just growing too big, and they probably don't have that. I'm sure a chunk of it gets looked at by people, but I'm sure they can't get through all of it all at once. It's easier to just be like, nope, done. And
yeah. Now there's so many people on TikTok, is like it's phenomenal, because like people have like 3 to 4 or 5 million the subscribers or followers, and it's like, so I gotta say it's gotta be at least in the 2-digit numbers of people using TikTok. At least I would think.
Yeah.
Say it's
fucking
Facebook. Insane.
Facebook isn't any better because I use like Facebook ads to promote the brand, and
I see it all the time.
Yeah, well, that's good. Hopefully it's not too annoying.
No, not at all.
Try and make them fun, and I like there are a couple of products that I cannot put into ads or are like flagged, and like I have one shirt that's just a tattoo, like an American traditional tattooed dagger with crossbones, and it was called the Usurper dagger originally.
Yeah. And
as soon as I listed that on my shop when I was going through a new website, Facebook banned it because it had the word dagger in it, saying that I can't sell weapons. I'm like, but the word t-shirt is in there,
Exactly.
Doesn't that count? And it's like in the clothing category too, so I don't understand, but I get that they're trying their best to just like flag it before it has to be reviewed. But at the same time, I have a shirt that's called Weapons of Mass Destruction, didn't get flagged.
Yeah.
And that's my best selling shirt, Thank God it didn't get banned.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. It's so crazy because like even when you say that, there's like knife forgers that sell their products. And I follow a lot of knife enthusiasts that build knives and make knives. And they have videos and products of like that, of like, oh yeah, look at this new dagger, and like it's all in it, and it's just hilarious because like sometimes it'll just go through, and it's like, what the fuck,
dude? I see like what are they called? Blades for Babes. I see I follow them because I like their knives a lot. But I see Blades for Babes all the time. Like, how do their ads go through? Exactly. And I also follow a bunch of forgers too, and I see their ads. I'm sure it has to do with something with the age range.
Yeah.
So that it's no one below 18 years old. you know?
I'm pretty sure it's like that. It's like I said, it's just so crazy how the social media works when like you're trying to do these things or even grow a product. You know, like one of the biggest questions I always get is, hey, how did you even get that many followers? I was like, I kind of started Instagram when it first became something. And I just kind of just stuck with it. And one of my things I always tell people is I just post shit that I like, plain and fucking simple.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what's got me, as far as I've gotten anyways. But it's just like, I don't know. I've had my Instagram blocked numerous times, but luckily I actually had my Instagram deleted. They were like, delete. But I had a friend of mine who works at Facebook, and Facebook at that moment in time just purchased Instagram. And she was like, I'm going to send a quick email, and bam, the next day I had my Instagram back. Cause I was like, I think I just hit like 50K followers, and I was like, oh my fucking God. And then and she follows me too. You know what I'm saying? She's a big fan of my page and the podcast. And she was just like, I can't fucking believe that. And I'm going to let somebody know. And sure as shit, man, I got lucky as fuck. I got my fucking Instagram back.
Good.
Hell yeah. So how you guys doing in New York right now?
Just living life.
Not just living life, but like is there's no more crazy shit happening over there?
Oh, there's tons of crazy shit happening. Just recently there was a huge fire, like a five, I think it's called a five alarm fire.
Damn. That's like the worst, right?
A couple blocks away from started at 3 a.m. and basically it was like a commercial area, right? So it's just like a bunch of shops, business, just like businesses. It just like the whole thing just went in flames, and it started at 3 a.m. and they didn't put it out until like 11 a.m. the next morning.
Damn.
So 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sorry.
Yeah. That's a
so
long
when I was like
time.
going to work, I was like, Jesus, there's a lot of traffic. And as I'm like turning the corner to go to my my train station, there were just like all these fire trucks. There were like maybe 10 fire trucks, and I just see like a bunch of hoses just spraying it into the building.
That's fucking crazy. I'll tell you how crazy it's been out here. We should get rain. That's all we got. That, what I'm saying? This is majority of rain. The craziest thing I saw was I went our garbage pickups on Wednesday, and so I was driving to take my son to school, and then I was driving him to school, and the garbage truck was stuck in front of somebody's house, like completely blocking their driveway, all the cars in there, and the garbage guy picks up at like 5:30 in the morning. And so what I'm assuming is that truck's been stuck there at 5:30 in the morning, and so whoever's in that house didn't go nowhere that day.
Damn.
Yeah. But like I said, we've been pretty much calm down here with all the fucking
shit's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, like I said, I live in the suburbs, so
I see a bunch of dude, I've been seeing a bunch of news from like California that like there are people, just like tons of people stealing from like department stores and just like stealing from cars and shit. And
well, see, the majority of and the majority of that's going to be in San Francisco, because there's a new law where anything under 1,000 they don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to even bother with it. They're just like whatever. And so what ends up happening is like department store people aren't allowed to chase them. They're not allowed to touch them, and they all know it. So they just run in there, grab their shit, and I see all the videos too where they're just like, get the fuck out of my way, and then they leave. You know what I'm saying? Like during Halloween, people were just stealing giant boxes of candy and walking straight out the store.
It's crazy. I don't understand. But I guess like here in like I know that like Macy's in New York, like Macy's or Saks Fifth Avenue, it's not Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenue, like they have a policy that like if you steal something, they'll let you go. Yeah. But like if you come back, like I guess their like surveillance is pretty high tech.
Yeah.
But like if they see you again, like they will know that it's you, kind of thing. Yeah. Like it's very strange.
I'm pretty sure they got facial recognition, because especially when you got high-end stores like that and you have a repeat offenders, I'm pretty sure they, it pays to fucking, have that kind of security beefed up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's insurance and stuff like that, but like stealing from regular people, like stealing from cars, like that's just not cool.
Yeah, at all. You know what
You
I'm
know?
saying? It's like, and a lot of times too, people forget their backpack, and it's like just gym shit, and then all of a sudden, someone smashes a window for a fucking old shaker bottle and a towel.
Yeah, like we had recently we had a thing happen in New York. It was like somewhere in, I think it was in Midtown. Some guy got on the train and like asked some old guy for his phone, and the old guy like panicked and couldn't get the phone out of his pocket in time. So the fucking guy who was trying to rob him shot him in the leg. Like it just doesn't make sense, you know? Like it's a fucking phone.
Yeah.
And they eventually got the guy. Oh no, I don't know if they got the guy, but they caught him an old guy of his phone after robbing a bank.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like with this crazy shit that just goes on, you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like what people's thinking and the process. Like, you know, like I said, I always see all these crazy things that are happening in New York, but you know, it's always funny how like whatever state you're in, you see everyone else's bullshit, but you know your guys' state's bullshit. And I'm like, I'm used to that. But what's happening everywhere else? And then you think it's crazier everywhere else, but then you're like, it's just as crazy here too.
Dude, no joke. Like I definitely get panicky walking on the street. Like I don't know what to expect kind of thing. So I've like definitely stepped up the kickboxing training. I've stepped up like I carry my knife everywhere,
Yeah.
but I don't want to rely on the knife.
Yeah.
You know? So just like I have like game plans, like if like something were to go down.
Yeah. You know,
because there have been times where like coming home with a long day at work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. When you get some crazy, when you get some crazy
dude,
stuff.
I almost took some dude down and was about to like put him in a choke because this guy was like talking all kinds of shit in my face, and I was just telling him I tried my best to like not escalate the situation, or like I try and diffuse the situation. But there's no reasoning with like crazy people.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And so like when you have a guy who's like walking next to you for an entire block saying that they're gonna slice you.
Oh yeah, well hey, let's get into your training. So you know what I'm saying, I know you just got back into you said you had a kickboxing class a couple of days ago and you're getting back into it. How often are you doing kickboxing?
Well, my kickboxing right now is like excuse me.
All right.
My kickboxing is typically just like so when I work out or I do my kettlebell strength training, which is like every other day.
Yeah.
I incorporate shadow boxing like in between sets. Yeah. So do you know American Top Team, the gym? So like Dustin Poirier trains there. I forgot the other
there's so many people that trained at Top Team.
So many people. Yeah. So like I was reading about like Dustin Poirier's like training and like why his like conditioning has gotten so much better. And they broke it down into like this kettlebell warm up where you do a swing, like a two-handed kettlebell swing, then you do a side-to-side pivot.
Yeah.
I think it's a kettlebell row, and the fourth one I don't remember because I just do my own thing for it. But in between those 4 sets, you do a minute of shadow boxing.
Okay.
So it's like great because like it helps with preventing lactic acid buildup. And it's just like good in between cardio, and you know, there's no breaks. You know, you do one set, get right into the shadow boxing for a minute.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get into the next set, and so I do like 4 of those, and I get into my actual kettlebell routine for like you know, one day I do just like extreme, like really intense strength training for arms and legs. So that's one day, and then the other day is just all core. Yeah,
that's all. Like I said, you know, just because I just had a heart attack, I literally just been getting my cardio back up just so I'm not winded and stuff like that. And now I got to because I gained a ridiculous. I think I gained like 15 pounds from the heart attack just from water retention. So I'm in the middle of trying to drop the water retention, and then get myself back to my weight, so then I can, and also too, I'm doing cardio. I did a little bit of exercising, and I'll like tell you right now, gas like a motherfucker. So it's definitely going to be just a slow progression of getting my strength back and getting my body back into rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but like it's just that continuous training, because I'm always a big proponent of minimal break between sets, and even too like what they have called working sets and then heavy sets. I'm always a big fan of that, where I'll do sets where I'm doing all these reps and then I don't count them, because that's just putting the preload on the muscle, so then I can actually put the muscle through the pace and actually build. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, so this thing that I started doing recently, mainly for just like fiber intake and just to feel full, I've actually been doing like chia seed water.
Oh yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah, you should try that. It's also good for your heart. Oh
yeah, I'm on like 2 different kinds of blood thinners now, because catching this, and I have like a different, like a variation of a heart attack, because mine ain't typical. My arteries are clear from platelets. What causes it is the actual blood clots. So like I have some genetic disposition to forming blood clots, and because of that, that's what causes the heart attacks. I was on blood thinners to prevent it from happening again, but because I caught COVID, it increases blood clots. And so because it increases blood clots, that they think that's what caused it. So like, and I just talked to the cardiac rehabilitation person, because, I got to go through this whole program with the insurance because I had a heart attack, but I had to explain to her, like, mine isn't typical. Cause like when I was having a conversation with her, she was like, it doesn't say in your file that you're fit. It doesn't say that you eat healthy. It doesn't say it. So I only think what 98% of the cases that I see, and this is how she's described it to me, 98% of the people that I see just eat fast food and church's chicken for 40 years. And that's how they continue to eat, and they don't want to eat. And so I'm just assuming you have, all this, cholesterol, platelets build up because of not eating healthy. And so she's all, I have to actually look at yours very specifically and differently, because you don't fall into the parameters of like someone eating junk food their whole fucking life and not being healthy and refusing. She was literally like, and I got friends that are vegan, and she's like, you ever thought about going vegan? I was like, no. I was like, I need meat. I'm a large man, and I require meat to sustain as being a large man. And it was just hilarious. She's like, you sure? And I'm like, you know how many calories I would have to eat in a vegan diet to be able to maintain muscle mass and size? I was like, I'm not trying to be a stick twig. I want to, I like my muscles. I like being, a large man. And she was just like, well, you are, cause like I eat lean steak, nut butters, and vegetables. That's basically the majority of my diet at this moment in time. I do go out to eat here and there, like maybe twice out of the month. Me and the kids we'll all go out to eat, at a fast food restaurant or a restaurant. And that's pretty much the extent of our going out and splurging like that. You know what I'm saying? I do barbecue a lot though. I'm always grilling. I'm going to make ribs this weekend. I got a set of beef ribs in the back. I'm getting ready to smoke them up, because I'm like, I haven't been able to eat anything like that since the heart attack. And it's been 2 weeks since the heart attack. So I'm like, I'm really looking forward to fucking, smoking this fucking beef ribs to have and enjoy.
Yeah, man. Gotta live it up.
Oh yeah, you have to, you know what I'm saying? But you got to do it, in moderation. That's just one of those things.
Yeah, they say that like once you've had like a heart attack kind of experience, like you definitely have this like urge to live life more,
Oh, yeah. You have so much more of an appreciation, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the second time that I've made it from what they call the widowmaker. You know what I'm saying? That's like the if you didn't go to hospital, you was dead. That's just plain and simple. Like some people, they'll have a heart attack and they can go for a couple of days because it's bad, but it's not as bad, and they just don't realize it. Like both mines were 100% blockages, and it's just like you weren't gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? Any later, if they was more mad at me for not calling the ambulance and going. I'm like, I think I would have got to the hospital a little bit faster without waiting for an ambulance.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so you drove to the hospital yourself?
Oh, my wife drove me. She would have killed me. You know what I'm saying? You drove yourself to the hospital. The first time the ambulance came to my house and I was laid out on my carpet in the front room. But this time I woke up, I had, since I knew what it felt like, because I had the first one, I was like, oh, okay, let me take my blood pressure. I moved around the house a little bit thinking it would, maybe if it'll pass, but didn't pass. Once my blood pressure came back fucking skyrocket, I was like, nope, straight to the hospital. Didn't even have a chance to they did an EKG, straight to the hospital. Hey, now check this out. I had to be awake for the surgery they gave me, but they were like, hey, what kind of music you like? I'm like, I like metal. And they're like, well, list a few bands. I was like, well, I list, and Slayer just happened to come out of my mouth. And so they're playing Raining Blood while they're doing heart surgery on me. I was like, are you fucking serious?
I would have let the doctor pick the music.
I was just like in the I'm aware to certain, because I'm a little groggy because whatever they gave me, because I can't feel anything, but I'm like in the back of my head I'm like, is that Slayer? I'm like, oh shit. I think it took like 2 days after the fact for me to even realize that. I thought that's funny. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get into MMA, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting a little far into the podcast right now where I can speak a little freely because I don't feel everyone's gonna dig a little too deep into this. But I actually talked to a man named Stan Efferding. You ever heard of him?
No.
Jon Jones's it's Jon Jones's strength and conditioning coach.
Oh.
All right. And I'll tell you how I talked to him, or not even really talked to him, but just kind of heard a conversation through a different podcast. But he was talking about Jon Jones's progression of becoming stronger and heavier for heavyweight. And he was talking about how they were doing it. And and we'll talk a little bit more after, I'm saying, after we, not recording, I can only say so much. I don't want to give it away, but they were talking about his training and how he's doing it correctly, not just correctly, but like in the way that you need to do it step by step to be able to step up to heavyweight, to be able to keep what he's doing in light heavyweight. It's fucking insane, bro. Fucking insane. Could you imagine just being like, okay, I'm heavier now, but I'm still the same me in heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important because you see so many guys who do go up a weight class, and they end up either gassing out because I think weight cutting plays a big role in that, because a lot of guys fight in a weight really their regular weight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No.
Because you're either too heavy for their weight class. They either go too light or they go too heavy, right?
Yeah.
Because I think when Dustin Poirier was a featherweight, he was the weight cuts were terrible on him. I think he actually said the weight cuts were terrible on him because he was killing himself to get down to that weight. Yeah. And you see pictures of Conor as well, when he was in featherweight, dude, he looked like,
didn't he look like him?
He looked like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how he was able to pump up the crowd like that, especially but when you do when you get on the scale, and there's the crowd and you get amped up, and then you go and hydrate, that is incredible.
Yeah, that's fucking
some people
insane.
are able to still gas themselves up like that.
You would see people getting carried in there, all right, I'm on the scale, now carry me out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you have people who are too their regular weight.
Yeah,
in their weight class, and then there are people who just I don't know, climb too high. I think
Adesanya.
Israel. I was going to say Israel Adesanya. He is a middleweight, because when he fought Jan in lightweight, he definitely packed. He definitely looked bigger, but it didn't really show as much, and he still looked small in comparison to Jan.
Exactly.
And he got ragdolled.
Yep, big time ragdolled. It's just so insane that like, you know, like the weight cuts are ridiculous. There definitely needs to be a rule of like, you know, you can only drop so much poundage to hit a weight class, but no, you know, there's never anyone discussing that. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about the health issues. They're going to say they do, but they really don't. Those weight cuts need to be mediated. Be like, all right, this is your walking around weight. You can either go this much up or this much down and leave it at that. Otherwise it's too unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not doing blood tests. They're not checking these fucking people to see how their blood levels are. Dropping that much weight, like you said, get sucked down just to pass a scale and then go right back to your room, rehydrate, and then be back to your fucking weight.
Yeah, because like, I mean, I think that, you know, UFC definitely gives a shit because you see people like who look like they're gonna pass out and they end up canceling the fight because that person is clearly not fit to actually fight. Because then, you know, that's dangerous. And UFC, I think, out of all of the promotions, does not want you know, that kind of liability. Because there are fights that you know, I think it was Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. Like Dana called the ambulance that was on staff like by I think it was like the final round. Even before the final round, like Calvin needs to go in the ambulance. It happened with the most recent one, the most recent pay-per-view with Chandler and Gagey. Yeah, like EMT was already there because both those guys took some crazy bombs.
Oh yeah. Did you see the video I sent you today on Instagram?
Dude, I actually became which one?
Oh, the one where you had the ice mask face.
Oh yeah. Dude, I was watching. Someone showed me Michael Chandler at the hospital, and they're like stitching up his face. They're stitching up his inner lip, and I'm just like, damn, like that just sucks. But at the same time, like after that fight, after the Chandler versus Gagey fight, I became a bigger Chandler fan. It's really hard not to like that guy.
Oh man, hey,
especially like, and maybe it's because I'm getting mushy and I'm getting older, but like, I if they were to give him a reality TV show with him and his kid, I'd watch that.
No, I'd watch that. That would be fucking gold right there. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, him and his wife, they did an awesome thing. And you know, right off top, some people aren't ready to have their own kids, but guess what? They want to adopt. They adopted. They got the child that they wanted, and they fucking take good care of that fucking kid. I've seen so many different things on that, and even when I watched, and I became a Chandler fan after, because like, you know, like I do follow, but I don't get too far into people's backstories. I just kind of see what's on the mat, and that's what I gauge myself on. But I've seen Brendan Schaub does Below the Belt, and he also does the Food Truck Diary.
The food truck thing.
He did the Food Truck Diary with Michael Chandler. I was like, this is a solid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, all right, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? From that day, I was like, I was all in. And then after seeing this fight, I was like, he literally gets that feather in the cap, because who in the fuck is going to go to just literally toe to toe, and not just with anybody, but with Gagey. Gagey is going to be one of those people that are going to be in the top fives one of the days. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be in that level to where he's
he is, dude.
Well, no, he is now. But once he gets that championship and he can solidify it, guess what? You're in exactly. And that's just what it is.
Technically, he is a champ because he did have, I was talking with someone about this today because, you know, what's next kind of thing. Because don't forget, like prior to this fight, he fought Khabib for the belt, and he was Gagey was the interim champ because he beat Ferguson.
Well, you know, due to USC, you know what I'm saying, USC fuckery, you know, it's never indicated truly, which he should have been, period, point blank. But, you know, it's just, and that's one thing that I hate about the UFC, because sometimes it gets a little squirrely. And I'm going to just jump straight ship into the fucking Ngannou Gain fight. And I'm just like, how in the fuck are you going to give somebody who's already the champ and they give an interim fucking championship belt?
Yeah, I hate that interim shit.
Yeah, it's like right off top, I can understand it if he wasn't fucking fighting or he was injured and like he's not competing. Guess what? Do an interim belt. That's what it's there for. But he just won a fight, and then 3 months later, you're going to give someone an interim fight, and there hasn't even been any fight lineups to fight Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Yeah.
talks of like who he's facing. You know what I'm saying? There's all the, the John Jones talk, but that's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stipe took a beating, and Stipe's, he's in my top 5, and they need to get somebody in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. But they should have like, I don't know, like yeah, it's a little unfair to Francis, but at the same time, like, didn't Jose Aldo sit on the belt for a little while, and then Connor fought Chad Mendez for the interim?
Yeah,
maybe I'm getting the history mixed up.
That's right.
But
that's right.
They should really just like reframe it as like number 1 contender.
Yeah, that is a statement I can agree with, because that would be the truth. That would be the truth.
But I guess like it doesn't really. It's not like a. I don't think it is number 1 contender though, because in the rankings, because then you'd have to deal with the ranking system.
Yeah.
Because in the Francis Ngannou situation, technically Stipe gets moved down, 1 spot, so he becomes the number 1 contender.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've only recently started understanding the UFC ranking system.
Yeah, no, the UFC ranking system isn't even really a thing they use. They're just trying to line people up, because like sometimes you see we just watched the number 9th ranked guy versus somebody who wasn't even ranked during this fight. It was like the first main fight or the second main fight after Chandler and Gage. I can't remember the guys' names right now, but I think one was like,
it was Sean. Wasn't it Sean Burgos versus yeah.
And see, the other guy wasn't even ranked.
Yeah, but I think the Burgos fight, he lost to Edson Barbosa.
Yeah,
that was the one with the delayed temple shot.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how I remember all this shit.
Well, you know what I'm saying? When you find something you're passionate about, all of a sudden you remember everything. That's just how it goes. But
I think it's just because like now that I'm like working out and like kind of training kickboxing again, it like makes more sense to me, because like right now I'm just doing like shadow boxing and some sparring in the park. Like I'm not a part of a gym, just sparring with like people who like are trainers at gyms, who are my friends. But yeah, I mean it's fun sometimes though,
yeah, when you catch a hot one.
Dude, sometimes it's training me to like be more level-headed and not go full on like emotional type shit.
Yeah,
because dude, this is actually what I tell myself when I do train is don't be Cody Garbrandt. That's what I tell myself every single time. Like, don't be fucking Cody, bro. Just have fun. Just have fun.
That's it. It's one of those things. It's like, I've done my fighting, I've done my training, and I've done all these. I have all these. Like I'm a second-degree black belt in karate, and with the little bit of other training that I've done a Eskrima. I've trained ground and pound. I've trained wrestling. I've won, and this is all just from like school stuff that I've learned in wrestling. But what it is once you have that attitude, like, no, I know what I can do, but you know what? It's cool because I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got enough discipline now where I'm like, nah, I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah. But I'm like, besides like judo when I was a kid, I've never fully like done competition besides like just training.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if I could do this stuff, for real. I guess we'll have to find out. Someone's gonna have to fuck around
and find out. That's the thing too. As I was growing up, everyone fucked around and found out. You know what I'm saying? When I went to school, when I was in high school, I learned I had hands, and then as I got older as an adult, I learned I had center blocks for fist. And so
yeah,
so it was just always one of those things for me. But what do you think about this December card?
Who's on the card for that one? That's the Poirier Oliveira fight, right?
Yeah, the Poirier Oliveira fight. I want to pull it up right now just to double check.
I honestly don't know because like as much as I want Poirier to win, like it'd be nice to see Oliveira defend the belt. But
I didn't realize Max Holloway is fighting tomorrow.
Yeah, he is against
Yair.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna watch
that's
it.
gonna
And
be a
Ben
fun fight.
Roethlisberger's on, or Ben Rothwell's on that one too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a lineup tomorrow, man. I think that's the free one.
Yeah, it's the fight night.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching that tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know,
man, that's gonna be fun.
it's always funny. Like, usually my brother's always here watching UFC with me, but you know, he's dealing with his cancer issue, so he's just staying home all the time. So he literally piggybacks off my ESPN Plus, so he just watches it at his house. And so usually he's here with me. I'm texting you, and then now I'm texting him and texting you. Like, did you see that? It's fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Even my wife's like, who the hell are you texting in the middle of the fight? I'm like, you don't even, I'm texting John right now.
Yeah, dude. Well, we need to get like a group chat going on because I text so many people during the fights. And
that definitely got to be,
dude,
that definitely got to be
fun.
a group chat for that one. Cause I'll tell you right now, it's one of my funnest things. So I was like, because I know I'm having my reaction. I can only imagine what you're doing. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, I get way too into the fights. I think like you already know that like I'm kind of a Conor fanboy, right?
That I do.
Well, I'll get into that in a second. But like after the first fight, the first Poirier, well, I guess it's the second Poirier fight. Dude, when he lost, I straight up got really pissed off. I got really pissed off. Well, yeah, it was just bad. And
it happens, brother. It happens,
dude. But the third fight, right? The third for the rubber match, I was just disappointed. And after like I think that was the first time me and like my friends who were also Conor fans, we were just texting back and forth like, dude, I don't think we can be Conor fans anymore because of all the stupid shit that he's doing.
Yep.
Like, it's so hard to be a Conor fan these days. Like back then when he was like, you know, the champ, like shit was great. Dude was like very motivational.
Oh yeah.
And then the slowly like this huge like decline started happening. Well, and it's like, dude, it's tough.
Nah, it is. But that's the thing though, too, is like I've had this conversation with my brother numerous times where
is your brother a Conor fan?
Oh no, he's not a Conor fan. He's a UFC fan. He talk about a wealth of knowledge. You know, to compare to what I know, he's a dictionary. I could just mention something and he'll tell me the UFC number card was. You know what I'm saying? That's how good he is. He's fucking ridiculous on like, I know exactly who fought what round, he's almost like I want to say Rain Man status when it comes to UFC fucking, you know, like trivia. It's fucking nuts. But he's just a UFC fan, but he's never been a Conor fan. He liked his attitude in the beginning, but then he's like, I don't like this. And then when he did the Mayweather fight, one thing that my brother had said then, and he still says now, is as soon as you turn your back on UFC, it's already past you. Because what it is UFC moves and leaps and bounds in training and techniques. And as soon as you take any bit of a break, and if you're not consistently fighting and consistently training, it's already passed you by. You are no longer viable to the UFC.
I disagree with your brother. Ken Shamrock went to wrestling, like professional wrestling, and he came back to MMA and he still kicked ass.
Yeah, but that was still the ground and pound banging area. Now it's the day of the leg kicks, the hyper extensions, you know, being a technician in every aspect. Because before, like I said, his style of fighting was wrestling and fists and just straight knocking people out. That was that day and time. But now it's so evolved that if you don't know how to check a fucking calf kick, and you refuse to check that calf kick, guess what happens? You get eaten up. And like one of the things that Conor never did is he wouldn't check that calf kick. He wouldn't protect that front leg. And most fights now, like if you're not kicking towards the knee to hyperextend it, if you're not kicking that calf, because that right now is the trend. That's the gimmick. If I can chop that leg off, then you can't run from me, you can't defend from me, and you can't lift your leg, and you can't even technically check the knee or check that kick anymore. And so, you know, and that's just one of those things that was the downfall of Conor, is like he really wouldn't check it, and that's how he ended up breaking his leg. You know what I'm saying? He just is like, no, I'm a fucking man. I can fucking take it. But, you know, like I said, there are, I haven't seen anybody, but Conor's the main person that, you know, at least in my eyes, from what my brother said, is once you stop training UFC and you kind of just trying to like movies and like doing all these other things without consistently training, if you don't keep up with the techniques beat you. And that's just one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's just math, you know, like if you're not improving, the other person, you know, on the other side is definitely improving.
That's it.
But, you know, I think I've like internalized that it may be time to move on to a new favorite. Like, even though like Conor fights are still really entertaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
it'll always be entertaining. No one's the king of the shit talking right now. No, because no one does it. Well, Max Holloway, yeah, and
even like no, I'm just saying, like, even before the shit talking, I just like the way he fought. Because like him versus Max is a great fight because like
it's all
they
pressure.
go the full distance and they're throwing some craziness in that fight. Obviously the Eddie Alvarez fight is a classic.
That's it.
And both the Nate Diaz fights are great. You know, they're fun. And the shit talking was just like an icing on the cake, and then somehow it became the fucking cake. And that's where it's like, it's just too much. Like, I just want to watch you guys fight.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance. Now, have you heard the rumors of Nate Diaz and Nate and Nick, because their contracts are up for UFC, and them talking about trying to, and this is all speculation. There's nothing confirmed. There's nothing said. This is just all UFC speculation that I've seen just in posts and stuff that I've seen in other podcasts where they're talking about their contracts are up, so they no longer have to fight for UFC if they choose not to, and that they're going to try to take a Jake and Jake Paul and the other brother, I don't remember his fucking name, and you get it like a co-main event where they both fight brothers versus brothers. You know what I'm saying? Two separate matches, but brothers versus brothers in a boxing match.
Honestly, I don't think, like, I think Jake and Logan are already like past the Diaz brothers, you know, like that would be where Jake and Logan are selling the fight.
Oh yeah.
Because one, Nick is not known to any of these people.
Yeah.
You know, any of the Logan and Jake fans. And I doubt any of those people know Nate either. Maybe they'll know Nate from Conor fight.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'd be able to tell you any other, you know, any of the Strike Force stuff.
Yeah.
That both those guys did. Like, they won't be able to there's just no, it doesn't sound like that's like a fight worth making.
Well,
because Logan's gonna fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And then Jake is fighting Tommy Fury. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that time for fighting the UFC guys is kind of over because of Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, that
like, no one wants to see that fight.
No, and you know that's
like,
that's
now they've definitely evolved to fight boxers now. And
now that you say that,
dude, Logan would never do that fight because he fought Mayweather, and he's gonna fight Tyson. I guess you can call him a professional boxer. Only guy is like a winner for losing.
Yeah. Let me tell you right now, you know, now that you say it and you put it in a little perspective, it does make a lot more sense.
Right? It's like, it's a spectacle, but I don't think like versus Nate, it's that big of a spectacle.
Yeah, because you're literally just getting the UFC side, like, oh, okay, I'd see that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, beyond that scope, no one else really knows them.
Brother, I think Tommy is Jake and Logan makes more sense because they're talking shit back and forth.
Well, he kind of got pushed into that fight. You know what I'm saying?
I think Tommy and, well, I mean, it was the thing that was, and that's why he was probably on the undercard too, because you want to start the story there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is like after that disappointing fight that he won. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I purchased that fight, and after that, just seeing Tommy, I was like, man, it's like, I've seen some of your fights, bro. That was a little on the weak side. So I don't know if he was kind of like pushing it off or like he wasn't really trying to do it, but you know, I just thought it was a little like, it kind of almost made it seem flat.
I think, dude, it was like, let me tell you, him and Tyson may be related, but they definitely did not train the same way
No,
at all.
not at all. No,
like
no.
Tommy definitely looks the part, but
Yeah.
he's not the same boxer
Nope.
as Tyson Fury. But I think it's probably just the pressure of being on that undercard and like knowing that if you won, you were going to probably fight Jake.
Well, that was the biggest stage he's probably ever been on too, when it comes to like viewership, you know what I'm saying? So that might've been a little bit more of a spectacle. And cause like, he's boxing in undercards and in amateur boxing events that aren't packed or filled or have that much of a spotlight.
Yeah. That shit was on Showtime.
But it's definitely going to be a good fight though. When Tyson and Mike Tyson fight the other brother.
You mean Tommy?
Yeah. Tommy. Fury? Well, because like Tommy Fury and then Mike Tyson, because they already lined up Mike Tyson for the other brother, and they're really pushing for it.
Yeah, no, I think that one's a sealed deal. I think they're both the brothers have fights and they're sealed already.
Oh yeah. What do you think about Mike Tyson fighting them?
I think it's fine. Like I get it.
Did you see you see his last fight he had with Roy?
Roy Jones? Yeah. I liked it.
Hey, it was a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw more of like Tyson looking like himself than Roy for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Roy had his moments because Mike Tyson's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
I'd still pay to see him fight right now.
Yeah, like he's the like I practice the Mike Tyson like slips. You know how he does like the So, dude, that guy has insanely good footwork. Like that guy just finds angles. It's so good.
It was crazy.
So, but,
I'm definitely gonna purchase that one.
I think Logan loses that one.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
100%.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And even too when he fought Mayweather, I was like, you didn't win that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you did not win that. There's no look. You made it. He let you go the distance because at any moment in time he could have, like, even with all the stop play reviews, when he fucking caught that hook and Mayweather held him up, like, nah, bro, we got to go the distance. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you can't, of course you got to talk your shit, but it's like, ooh, man, talk about eating a big old piece of humble pie right there.
So who do you think wins the Jake versus Tommy fight?
Jake's going to win. Jake's going to win. And the reason he's going to win is because guess what? Yeah. Well, you know why? And this is just conspiracy talk here. Jake Paul is making fist over money. He's going to that card, that take that he's going to make. Tommy Fury ain't making the same bucks he's making for that fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be like, look, bro, here's a little on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Take it. You know what I'm saying? And unless you're going to go off like what Tyson Fury told him, I'm like, if he loses, I'm disowning him. You know what I'm saying? So will I take the payday or am I going to fucking...
I don't think, but the thing is, like, win or lose, you're still going to make money.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't think you're talking about a dive. I don't think Tommy Fury is the type of person.
I'm not saying a dive. He's just not going to be full throttle. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a complete show. And if they go to distance, it will go to Jake. You know what I'm saying? It's just stacked in his cards. It's just stacked in his cards. I don't know.
Because like, I honestly, from like someone who comes from like a boxing background, I didn't see anything from the Tyron Woodley fight to be like, oh yeah, Jake's made it here. Jake has arrived. I didn't see anything, bro.
No, nothing. Nothing.
And dude, that was probably one of the most frustrating fights I have ever watched in my life.
Was.
And I honestly, like, I almost bought the pay-per-view. And I didn't. I ended up just streaming it on my phone.
Yeah.
I was actually working when I was watching the fight. That's how boring these boxing matches were.
They were.
And dude, I swear I was drawing while the Jake fight was on. I would draw, look over, yep, nothing's happening. Dude, it was so frustrating to watch. And the thing is, like, Tyron Woodley had so many opportunities. But all he was doing was just like, you just saw his right hand loaded up.
Yeah.
And I think this is like where like fighting ego gets to you a little bit, because like everyone, you know, Tyron Woodley was most well known for like having knockout power. And I think he in his own mind thought like, you know what, this fucking hand is untouchable. And like, dude, yeah, it was untouchable because you didn't touch shit with it the whole fight. You know, I think it's one of those things. And that's why I guess I like Mike Tyson so much, is because like, especially Mike in his older years, I've started to appreciate him more as a person than a fighter. And being so self-aware of like that he was a shitty person. He still is a shitty person. He's keeping himself in check, personal like limits. And like he basically, even though like his ego is at zero, he is the ruler of his domain. Like he is in control. And I love that type of shit. Man. He was actually like on Logan Paul's podcast. Where he was like talking about spirituality, and he was doing psilocybin mushrooms on the podcast. Yeah, he was high as fuck. Dude, it was I love listening to him talk. He was actually talking to the Nelk Boys. Do you know those guys? No, I don't think I've heard them. It's like they're those guys who do the like send it full send. Oh yeah. I know exactly. Like Steve will do it. Those guys. So those guys, bro, those guys have no idea like who they are as people. And Mike Tyson was there talking about like his revelations of when he was doing DMT, about like he doesn't kill bugs. And dude, he got really deep for a second. He was like, yeah, I don't kill bugs anymore because, you know, we're all connected, you know, like, and what he was saying was that nature is trying to heal itself, and that people are not giving nature a chance. So that's why that was his rationale for not killing bugs. And the Nelk Boys were like, this dude is fucking crazy. But would you ever say that to Mike Tyson's face, though? Never. But like, it made sense to me because like I'm a big fan of psilocybin mushrooms, and I'm like trying to get to that Mike Tyson, Jim Carrey level of like self-awareness. But it's like fun to see, not fun. It's interesting to see a guy as like prolific as Mike Tyson, you know, find himself in his like late 50s. Exactly. And it's crazy because like you said, you've seen him go from boxer, killer, fucking this guy in the ring, murderer, I'll eat your baby, go to jail, come out, get in some more trouble. And then all of a sudden he's doing, you know, his tour of like him doing his speaking. And then all of a sudden he starts getting into, like I said, DMT, mushrooms. And all of a sudden he actually starts becoming, you know, prolific in that sense where he's like, I actually understand what's going on in my surroundings now. I'm actually awake. That third eye is taking in everything. Yeah. And it's just like so insane because you're looking at this most hardcore, I wouldn't say a goddamn thing person. And he's like, damn, he's making it's because what it is, he's making sense. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, this is my world and this is how I live now. And it's just fucking, it's just so weird to see. I was watching Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, and Mike Tyson was in that, and he was still a young man in that. And he was literally like, this is how I meditate. This is what I'm doing. And I'm just like, damn, he really started doing this a long time ago and becoming one with himself. And he's a freaking machine. And you wouldn't think that anybody like him would be like that. It's so fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's cool to see. Yeah, it's fucking insane. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just through everything that he's been through. Because like his life's on a fucking, literally on the internet, you know, timeline, postered, like all the shit that he's done. I was watching the fight when he bit off Evander's ear. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the fuck? And then him to be like, yeah, that's a crazy fight. Yeah. And you know, and just like him to accept the responsibility of everything he's done. It's just like, damn, but that's what we should all be striving to be. Yeah. Like him and another fighter who I really like inside and outside of the ring is Tyson Fury, because like all the stuff that he's doing with like mental health and stuff like that. And donating the money. Come on, man. Most people don't donate their purses. It's just fucking, it's great to see. Because like I said, he literally became the champ,
got drugged out, and then decided to get his shit together and was like, no, I'm helping people out now. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder,
no, it's really
fucking,
good to see.
Yeah. And Deontay Wilder, he needs to fucking just retire. He needs to stop what he's doing. He's like, he I don't know what got knocked loose in him.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd watch him versus AJ.
We'll see if
that's
that
like
even
the
happens.
final fight.
Yeah. I think him and Ruiz are going to have to either run it back again or.
Yeah, he's got a whole list of losers to fight. So
yeah. Well,
do you fight Ruiz, who lost to Joshua, or do you fight Joshua, who lost to Usyk?
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck? Boxing's getting good again. Did you see the Canelo fight at all?
I did, bro. Canelo is another like fighter that like I really, really like, just as a boxer, because I have no idea what he's like outside.
And he's a very calm, super mellow dude from everything that I've seen, bro.
He wasn't calm for this fight. He wasn't
what Plant did to him, bro? Hell yeah, man. At the fucking press conference, Plant tried to hit him. He was like, nope, dink, and then cut his eye. Like, fuck you. He talked about, and it literally became a meme. It's all over TikTok. He's like, well, he was talking shit about my mom, and so fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I see that thing blasted out. I'm like, oh my God. And it's just so crazy. And have you seen the tweet / post he made about Mayweather?
Who?
Well, Canelo.
What did he say?
He literally was like, all right, Mayweather picks his opponents either before or after their prime to fight them. And then it says Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, technically he was up and coming and he was the next big thing. And Mayweather always fights on, he used to always love to fight on Cinco de Mayo. I need a Mexican. And guess what? Biggest pay-per-view every fucking time because everybody buys it. I buy it. You know what I'm saying? And now, Canelo's literally the unified, undisputed middleweight champ. He has all 5 belts. And he's like, now I'm going to call out Mayweather again.
I don't know if I would want to watch that fight because, 7 years is a long time. Because
it is a long time.
Fighting 2013, and that was like when Floyd was like already
on the way out.
I don't want to say past his prime, but he was on his way out.
Yeah, exactly. And he's retired. He's like, look, no, I retired the champ. I'm good. I'll do exhibition matches and make this money, but he's retired. And so, Canelo, I'm pretty sure that's like the one sour loss that he has. But
the only loss he has.
Yeah. But the thing is, that was a hell of a payday for him at that moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Because even after he beat Triple G, you literally knocked all the best out. You just happened to come up against somebody at the beginning part of your career, and it's like, you're gonna have to take it because how old's fucking Mayweather now? Like 53 or
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like in his 50s right now, and there ain't no coming back to fighting a full blown fucking unified champ. Like, nah, I'm undefeated, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but
Canelo got like so much better after his fight with Mayweather.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can imagine how much of an eye opener that was to see, because at that moment in time, he was kicking everybody's ass. And the thing is Mayweather is that one person that could literally find your flaw and show it to you during the fight. And so you got to imagine his coaches watched that tape and was like, this is where he caught you. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. And so this is what we work on. And then after that point, he's just been a machine.
Yeah. I don't know who Canelo fights next because he has all the belts.
Yeah, he has all the belts. He can literally retire now, but he's not going to. He's got plenty of paydays to come. But it's like, once you drain the well, who else do you fight? You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just having rematches.
Yeah.
And then Pacquiao came out, gave him a big congratulations too. He's like, you're the first person to ever do it. Congratulations. I was like, respect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy right now. Like I said, the sports world is just fucking blowing the fuck up, and it's fucking insane. I'm a big Raiders fan. I don't know if you watch football or not. But it's getting pretty gnarly in the season right now. So, being a Raiders fan, and this is just gonna be me talking to you because I don't, it's probably gonna just. But
I watch it when my wife wants to watch it.
I'll tell you right now. Hey, from now I'm gonna dub you a Raiders fan, even though you're from New York, bro. You're now with the Raiders. It's just that
I was born in California.
Well, there we go. See, what I'm saying? Bam. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Niners. It's all about the Raiders. And
I don't know about that. I think my family's a Niners fan.
Let me tell you right now, they can go. They're not in the season right now, bro. They ain't got nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? And even you haven't even been to their new stadium. It's the worst fucking stadium. Their new because he left San Francisco to go to Santa Clara, and they're still calling themselves the San Francisco Niners. So, but at the same time, the Raiders the Raiders head coach Gruden, one of the best in the fucking league, and I'm gonna fucking stand by that statement. Number one in my heart and in the league. And he had to resign because they released a whole bunch of emails, and this is all conspiracy talk. So this is all stuff that actually happened, but I'm gonna be slipping into that conspiracy level. They leaked emails from like 2013, 2012 to the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal of him saying, racist, slurs and basically locker talk. He was like being degrading towards people, degrading towards players, degrading towards, all this stuff. But this is all in confidence of these emails. You know what I'm saying? So this is all.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. And so, unfortunately, only one side of those emails were shown and leaked. And one of the main things is, this is where the conspiracy theory comes in at me, is Roger Goodell's is the owner / GM of the NFL. And in those things, he was talking all the shit. I'm talking about like going deep, going hard. You don't talk to your boss. You just talk to your friends about how shitty the boss is. You know what I'm saying? And so that's, I feel, why those were leaked and no other emails leaked. And so he had to resign from the Raiders. And since he resigned from the Raiders, it was just released today that he's now filing a lawsuit against Roger Goodell and the NFL to sue them over punitive damages, reputation, and also, all legal fees and stuff like that to be paid by the NFL. Because why was only mine's leaked? Where's the other half of these corresponding emails to other people and their sides of it? And so now that's all going down right now in the NFL as we just speak today. I'm just like, fuck them. And like I said, everybody's against the Raiders. I don't give a fuck. Al Davis made it so the NFL hates the Raiders. Everybody, the refs, the NFL, they all go against the Raiders because they just hate us, because we talk the most shit, we do the most shit, and we're out to fucking win. And because we have that stain of fucking cheating to win and winning to cheat. And we're not like Tom Brady cheating to win. No, we're busting people up and doing illegal moves in the fucking field. We're not sitting there recording them, deflating balls. And I have a very big disdain for Tom Brady. So Tom Brady can really, and I clearly state this is my opinion and only my opinion, not John, so he doesn't have to hear it. Fuck Tom Brady, fuck the Patriots, and fuck his coach, man. That's what I'm fucking saying. But that's all football talk. And then we just had Ruggs, he was our wide receiver, fucking 160 miles an hour, crashed, killed a lady. And I'm always sad to hear people die. But unfortunately, the lady's dog passed, and I feel more bad for the dog than I do the lady. But that's just my, my feelings. And it's just like he's doing some serious time. He lost $18 million from his career. You know what I'm saying? He signed for an $18 million deal, and now it's gone. And he's going to go to jail, all because he was drinking and driving. And how stupid is that? The NFL actually has services for players. Like, hey, it's basically like a limo service. Hey, I'm fucked up. Send someone to come get me. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll take you home. Fuck your car, leave it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it'd be like that sometimes.
Maybe he's friends with John Jones.
I tell you right now, most likely now. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, like I said, it's just crazy as fuck. With all the sports going on and stuff like that. And then most likely the Oakland A's will be going to Vegas too, because Oakland doesn't want to pay for them, just like they didn't want to pay for the Raiders. I know.
I don't know anything about football except for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
Because
well, Patrick Mahomes needs a line because you know what? When he's protected, he can play. But as soon as you put a little pressure on that boy, he's fucking done.
And we watch every Chiefs. We watch the Chiefs a lot. But that's
your wife's a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, she's from.
I'm sorry City, for it. So. They're in our league too. So or in our division. So I once again I won't talk bad about the Chiefs because that's your ladies team and I respect it.
I mean, it's fine.
Well, like I said, sometimes I get a little harsh with my words. I am the Raider fan that will beat people up.
I never understood like sports fandom. Like I never understood it at all. Like I have a friend who's like really big into soccer, and he was like talking to me about like soccer hooligans.
Yeah,
and I don't understand the concept. It's like, to me, it just like reminds me of like back in the day when bands had like street teams, but like, I don't understand that level of fandom where where people like fight each other. Because like back to MMA for a second, like when I watched the first MMA fight that I brought my wife to, it was actually Conor versus Khabib. And we couldn't find anywhere to watch the fight.
Yeah.
Because everywhere was packed. And like every Buffalo Wild Wings, because they used to be a sponsor of the UFC. Yeah. Every Buffalo Wild Wings was packed to watch this fight. So I ended up calling a bunch of bars, and there was one bar that had like availability. So we went, dude, cover charge was $40 a person. And so I was like, fuck it. That's fine. Basically, I'm just paying for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If I were to be sitting at home. But like now I get to like enjoy
some beers, eat some food.
Yeah. And the room was separated with two groups of fans, and it was very strange. I've never seen this before for any fight. So one side of the room, they were definitely, Khabib fans, and they were very, very Russian. And then another side were all Conor fans who were like English, just Americans, and like a lot of Irish people. But you definitely heard the Russians. You definitely heard the Irish fans because they were just drunk. And like, as soon as the fight was over, like they started like yapping their gums off. And I'm just like, guys, it's just sports. Yeah, like it sucks. But like, why the fuck are we fighting? It seems so stupid.
He didn't lose any money. Mob mentality. Like I said, I grew up in the barrio. I grew up in the gang. I grew up in the gang life. So I understand the conduciveness of being together and being a unit and having pride for your neighborhood, having pride for your team, and having pride for, your group. And so, what I'm saying, it's just that I want to say sheep mentality, but it's not, you can't say sheep because basically like a pack of wolves. You know what I'm saying? You're stronger together than you are apart. And, when you got two separate sides with a dividing line, it does get many. And that primal instinct in you literally will just start pulling out, and everyone starts foaming at the teeth because it literally gets down to like caveman days where like that Neanderthal part of your brain really kicks off. Cause like, even when I just did that 23andMe, like I have like, I want to say 85% Neanderthal in my fucking body. And it's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it really explains an awful lot of my personality and attitude towards things.
Bro, I think that's just you just justifying the fact that, when dudes get drunk and they watch people fight, the testosterone level goes through the roof.
Oh, yes.
And it makes you want to fight.
Exactly. And that's how it goes. And that's what I'm saying.
Like, I guess like with like fighting, with like boxing and UFC, I understand that part because I've been there. But for like other sports, basketball, football, any type of team sport, like hockey, for example, is a good one. I don't understand like people breaking TVs because their team lost.
Yeah, well, see that I don't condone because TVs are not cheap. But when people start having drunk words,
like, it just doesn't like. You just took out your anger on like it just doesn't like the math doesn't add up. Your team lost, so you break the TV. It's the same thing with like dudes who get upset at video games. You lost. You break the controller. Was it really worth it? You know?
Exactly.
And then like, do you need a timeout, bro? So you can think about like, you don't know this person. You don't know any member of this team, but you think you're on the team and you're getting upset. Don't understand that.
Yeah. You like I said, I grew up in it. So I've not just grown up in it, but like I've been involved in it for so long, like ingrained. Like I'd go to the games when I was a kid, and just seeing the mentality of everybody there, it's definitely an emotional sweep that takes you. Yeah. And like I said, it just sometimes you just can't control it. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean can't control
dude,
it, all of us
totally
are fucking drinking like a fucking maniac when we're there. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the Raider game, bro, it's on, like, people will just pass you fucking beers. They're like, here's a tri-tip sandwich and a beer, and then literally send you on your fucking way. You know what I'm saying? That's like how, like they just literally they make you feel so good, and then all of a sudden something trips you, and then next thing you know, you're rolling with everybody because everybody's your friend in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I totally understand that, because like that happens. Like so now I've got, ever since the Khabib fight, I'm very selective of the places that I go to for fights now. Like I like watching them in the comfort of my own home, especially for Conor fights now. Because like the one thing that like Conor brings for sure is the casual fans.
Yeah.
And I think the casual fans are the ones who are more likely to not have their shit together.
Yeah.
And you know, but like for the Tyson Fury fight, I made it was a very important thing for me to go to a pro Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
And it even got to a point like everyone was having a good time. People were buying people drinks. I think I dropped like almost $400 at the bar. Easily. Yeah. And but it, like, I'm not one that normally yells, right? But I'm a very, very big Tyson Fury fan. Like I think I became a fan of his when I stumbled on his Klitschko fight.
Oh yeah,
like, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And because I've watched Klitschko before, and I'm like, Klitschko didn't even like, it doesn't know what to do. Yeah. This fucking guy doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he can move. He can move for that big.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is fucking amazing. This guy is amazing. And so I followed. Like, well, that's the thing that probably made me a bigger Tyson Fury fan, because like after the Klitschko fight where he won the belt, he fell off and you know, went down the whole like downward spiral. And when he came back, you know, lost all that weight. I was like, dude, this guy's fucking amazing. Like, just as a person is amazing. So then I watched all his other fights. The talk about Deontay Wilder started coming up, and that's what really solidified me as a fan. And obviously everyone knows about the 12th round knockdown, and they got back up, and I was like, holy shit, fucking Undertaker. Yeah. But dude, I was at that bar for Tyson and Wilder 3. I was fucking screaming at the TV. I lost my voice. I was screaming at the TV. Dude, I was saying some ridiculous shit. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the shit I was saying. I was like yelling at the TV, yelling at Wilder, saying, "This is why you don't skip leg day, you bum." I was just like, dude, I was going nuts. That like hardcore English fans, like, this was an English bar, Irish bar. English fans were coming up to me, you know, telling me to calm down.
That's how you know you're having a good time.
I guess too good of a good time.
That's what I like to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've always been big into sport. Like one of the things too is like I want to say the last few years, I wouldn't watch baseball. I'd only do updates, and same thing with football, because when I'm watching the Raiders play, I'm in my own house screaming. You know what I'm saying? I'll be by myself in the front room, pacing up and down, like, what the fuck? You know, I'm doing my own commentation. And like my kids usually leave, they know the trick. They leave the room, and then just recently, they're like, it's football. Dad's watching TV. Either I'm staying upstairs or I'm going somewhere, and I don't bother them because they don't want to hear me. And so my wife, you know, she just barely started seeing me watch football, and I'm sitting there like clapping, going back and forth, screaming at the TV, on my knees, behind the couch, standing up, sitting down, and I'm like all into the what's going on. And I'm like, they're not calling the plays. And it's just so I had to stop that for a while because I was pumping myself up so much at the house. Like when my youngest son was a baby, I'm talking about Adrian, he was like only maybe like 4 or 5 months. I'm watching the Raiders play at the house, got him in my hand like this, just watching while I'm watching football, and I'm screaming at the football. And his mom was like, "Do not spike my son." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like this with him in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Because we're winning. And she was like, "I'll just take him." And then, you know what I'm saying? I was going to spike this baby because we was winning football.
It happens.
It does.
Like, normally, like, my wife and I, we try and plan to have, like, we've always planned to have like UFC watching parties. I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
Oh yeah.
Because like when guys get drunk, I've been slowly introducing one of my good friends. He's a professor. He's a scientist.
Oh shit.
Who is very not into conflict, but he's slowly getting into it, right? So I showed him. He watched the Conor versus Poirier 2 fight with us, and I brought him to the Tyson Fury fight, and he fucking loved it. But now, so like when we go out and have drinks, he gets curious and like he's like, "So that choke that they do from like the back, like does that thing work?" And I'm like, "Oh, the rear naked choke? Yeah, it works." So one time we were at a bar, you know, I think we're the same height, so you know, I showed him how it's done, and so I put my arm here, you know, put my hand on the bicep and went like this. And he's like, "I don't feel anything." And then I started leaning back, and like while I was leaning back, you know, I started putting pressure on his neck, and like you could tell that he was like trying not to say like, that this is bad.
You gotta let it go.
But you know, and I did it to my girl, my sister's boyfriend, because he didn't think it works either. And I'm like, this isn't WWE. Like these things work. You go to sleep.
These are technical moves. Yeah.
It actually, you know, I've been slept a couple of times, and it's really not that bad. It just feels like you took an Ambien.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather go to sleep than get knocked out.
For real. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not get a concussion. You know, it's just so fucking crazy. It's like, but the thing is I do the same thing. One of my good friends, he just moved to Colorado. And I was watching the fight last week, and usually it's him and my brother. And, you know, and I always over barbecue. I fucking smoke a whole bunch of food. We watch the fights. We have a good fucking time. And it's not too often I drink, but my buddy Cody, he would be the only person I would drink with, because my brother doesn't drink. He's sober. He's 100% nothing. And my buddy Cody, he'd be like, "Oh, come over." So I vodkas and cranberries. And next thing you know, I'm fucking plastered. And I'm like, "God damn it, only with you." And I'm all fucked up. And then, you know, that's how he usually has a good ass fucking time. You know what I'm saying? All the dogs running around.
Yeah. See, like, that's the thing is like when I'm with this one friend, we get very, very drunk, and we just do guy shit. And he asked me what my favorite move was or is. And I told him it's the John Jones spinning back elbow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one where John basically like, he'll feint left, and then he steps in and then does the, you know, spins the elbow. And bro, so we definitely had way too many beers and shots that night. And I actually I did the spin, but I thought that like the distance was good because like he was like, when I did the feint, it didn't seem like I was that close to him. So I spun, and he has a really big beard too. My elbow grazed his beard because I stepped into it really hard, and I almost caught him like right on the butt, and I freaked myself out. I was like, "Oh shit, that's it. No more MMA. No more MMA.
No more alcohol.
Talk to me about science.
I'm done.
Not no more alcohol. Just don't talk to me about like, you know,
you don't even know my moves.
Cage fighting.
You know what I'm saying? That's definitely how it goes. I tell you, I love talking. Sometimes I'd be like, "Man, I wish you were here and we were just watching the fights and having a good fucking time," because like you're like that. You're the extra buddy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying here at my house, and we're all sitting, because I'm always texting you when it's going down.
Next time there's a fight, just hit me up on Instagram video chat.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that then. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do a couple of fights this tomorrow and test it out.
Tomorrow is a no-go.
Oh, no fights.
No fights.
Then no updates. Then I'll give you no updates because
you can update me.
Okay.
Because like I'm I got some buddies coming over tomorrow, but not watching the fight because I got one friend who is not into fighting at all.
Nah, I respect
Hates
it because I know plenty of people like that. They're like, not my thing. I don't want nothing to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
No, I mean, we'll be texting.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm always like, even when I'm out, bro, like I'm on Twitter, like looking at updates.
I do the same. Like if I can't watch the fight, I always look for people. And I'm going to say this time it was a lot less because I think Instagram's getting better at stopping it, but people live it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so they've been getting a lot better. I can't even remember. We went on a snow trip and I don't even remember what fight it was. I think he was the Connor fight last year during December. Or I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it was a Connor fight.
Yeah, and we went to the snow, and so like they didn't have anything for me to purchase a pay-per-view because it's just a TV and a DVD player, no cable, no nothing. I'm like, because it was at Airbnb, and
but you have your phone.
Well, that's what I did. It's like I literally went on my phone, and and I didn't want to pay for the whole pay-per-view. I just wanted to see the Connor. So someone literally live the whole Connor fight. So I'm like, yeah. And I'm like,
didn't I send? Okay, you may have to edit this out so that I don't want people knowing about the link.
Oh no. I know the link. Oh no, I know the link. But what it is my internet wasn't that good. So like the only thing coming through was Instagram at that moment in time. So sometimes certain apps work better with less internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so
that's why I like Twitter because they sometimes you get people who stream it.
Oh yeah, and we was up in the mountains, bro. We went up seriously into the mountain because we were a half hour out of Tahoe in I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like Glen Eagle, and we went up there for the snow. No snow the first day. The second day, fucking packed. I was like, that's exactly what we came up here for.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the one thing about living out here is like we can hit every aspect of whatever we want: desert, snow, beach. Even though the beaches aren't that fucking great out here, we can still hit the fucking beach. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to San Francisco, man. I hate that fucking place.
Yeah, I was there a long time ago for, I think it was for my friend who was checking out Santa Barbara for college.
Oh, okay.
I think that was it. Did the usual stuff, like went to Haight Street and like the wharf. But it's fine.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Now, I always want to add, in just being in New York, you are in a food mecca. What is a specialty that you get out there that you can't get anywhere else that you really enjoy?
Probably a bacon, egg, and cheese and a chopped cheese from a deli.
I believe it, man. I believe it because we don't get any. We have those, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy because, like I said, out here, there's like really no, like we're in a food mecca. Wherever we're at, I can literally go anywhere and get any bit of food that I want. It's just a little bit of a drive, but there's like no signature San Francisco Bay Area thing that I can call out right now. And so I'm going to do a little bit of research to actually see if there's like a staple, because everyone says In-N-Out.
So if you have to do research, then it's not official.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's nothing I can say where I can be
like Chicago's got its pizza.
Yeah.
Not because it's good, not because it's
deep
good.
dish. That's it.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Everyone knows what it is. Philadelphia or PA, it has the cheesesteaks. We have chopped cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't.
Do you know what a chopped cheese is?
What I know what a chopped cheese is it's steak and cheese, but the way they cut the steak, right? Because it's like a real thin, like steak.
It's hamburger meat.
Is it hamburger meat?
It's a hamburger patty. But they chop up and then they put cheese into it. So when they're chopping it, the cheese gets chopped into it. That's why it's called chopped cheese. Yeah. I guess another thing that we're well known for is nutcrackers.
What the hell is that?
You know what those are? Hold on, I actually have one.
All right, let's see.
That's what a nutcracker is.
Oh, I've seen that before. I follow the guy on Instagram that makes them, where they're like just alcoholic drinks, right?
Yeah, they're like very alcohol. They're it's basically jungle juice.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
people sell typically at Coney Island or public parks, except for Central Park, where people are having like barbecues. They're like $5 and they get you fucking hammered.
Yeah.
So we have that.
I watched the documentary of the guy who he went legit with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty fucking crazy. I never heard of that, you know, or I never heard it called that. I remember him calling it something else, but I don't remember calling them nutcrackers. But that's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's what we're most well known for. I don't think there's anything else. Like, cause like pizza, like I feel like people will call me a bad New Yorker, but I think like some of the best pizza I've had is from Kansas City.
Well, it is what it is. I've never had true New York pizza. So I couldn't even say that, you know what I'm saying? And like even here, we don't even have like pizza. We have like, you know, a Mountain Mike's, you know, like small independent places, but nothing dedicated to like a very specific pizza. Like at the end of the day, I like a Mountain Mike's pizza. I like a Round Table. Round
Table's a shit.
Yeah, it's good pizza, period. You know what I'm saying? I like barbecue pizza. You know what I'm saying? They do the barbecue chicken pizza. That's my fucking thing.
Yeah,
you know?
But I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like New York slice is just a plain pie.
Yeah.
You know, everyone does it. And like, honestly, if you were to show me if I were to grab a pie from one of the random places in California and bring it back and compare it to another random pie from here, I probably wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Like there are like certain places here, like your Ray's or your Patsy's, like tourist destination places for like the best New York pizza. Like those are good, you know, but you know, pizza's pizza.
That's it. You know, I'm gonna put something out towards you. You don't have to go there. But
dude, you can ask me whatever you want.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like I got a guy that I follow on Instagram. He's basically an ex bodybuilder now because he doesn't no longer compete. He actually started his own burger pop up thing, and he calls it Buff Burgers. And so he literally just has pop ups wherever, you know, all around New York and New Jersey. And where he's making his own sauces, has specifically tailored buns made. And I'll send you a link on Instagram for it. But it looks fucking ridiculous. And I'm definitely getting into smash burgers since I've gotten my barbecue with a griddle. And so I've been griddling smash burgers lately. So I'm definitely going to be like, if you happen to be close to one of his pop-ups, check it out and then report back to me to see if it's worth it or not worth it. Because, you know, I keep seeing all these burger pop-ups all over the place, but you know what I'm saying? You know, I can make the same shit at my house, but sometimes I wonder, like, hey, the way he's doing it looks pretty damn fucking good. Yeah,
dude. There's so many pop-ups, like, especially after COVID.
Oh yeah, that's the thing
like,
now.
People who like, yeah, dude, it's awesome. Like, I've been trying really hard to find Barrio.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? That's the tacos that you dunk.
Oh no, quesabirria.
Yeah, birria. That's what it is.
Birria. Most of the time, it's always called quesabirria. So that's because we have that here is a staple now. That out here is like I can go to any restaurant, any taqueria, any roach coach, lunch truck, and it's there. You can have it. The thing is it's good. Dude, but it's not what like I've eaten so much Mexican food in my life. I'm like, it's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I like it. I get it here and there, but it's not my forte.
Yeah. So that's what I've been trying. I've been looking for a spot to finally try it.
Yeah.
You know, but like you can't find it near my neyborhood. And I live in a neighborhood that's very close to Spanish Harlem, which is so odd that like no one makes this shit.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, it's just like regular Mexican food.
Well, you know, with quesabirria, it's great because they literally put it in a mole sauce, fry the taco up a little bit, and then you dip they literally give you some the birria sauce in it, and birria is good. But a lot of times you're not really getting birria; you're just getting like pork because birria is goat. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot, and when you get the actual goat, because something like I said, they're just calling it that, And so you're not getting, but a lot of times you're just getting pork because goat's expensive. But when you get real beer, yeah, like, oh, then it's the shit, you know what I'm saying? But like a lot of times you're getting the generic stuff. So it's like,
and not everyone wants to eat goat.
Yeah. 3-pas though, that's the way to go. If you can get somebody to cook you some 3-pas, make sure they cook it crispy, and that's what you eat. You know what I'm saying? And all it is tripe. You're literally just eating lower pig intestine, cleaned out and chopped up and fried. Oh,
I love that stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my family's thing, bro. We make that. We usually make 3-pas and chicharrones fresh at my family parties. It's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? There's a big ass fucking pot. As soon as they're cooked, if you're not standing in line while they're cooking, you're not going to get none. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
That's how I like it. Well, brother, I don't want to hold you up for too long because I know it's getting late over there. It's probably what I don't know, like 11:30, 11:45. Because here it's 8.
Yeah, it's about to be 12.
Oh yeah, no, brother. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you up so late. I didn't realize we was gonna ramble on for so fucking long. I appreciate you. No, there we go. That's it, bro. Keep. I'm actually gonna
try and squeeze a workout after this.
Nice. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of research been popping up. If you take a half a teaspoon of salt before you work out, it's gonna fucking fuel it hard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, the pre-workout that I use actually has a bunch of sodium in it.
Oh, then you're good then.
For like electrolyte purposes, and you're supposed to have a little bit of salt in your pre-workout or sodium, you know, just so that it fuels that like rehydration shit.
Oh yeah. What are you taking right now in pre-workout?
Taking this stuff called Ascend.
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about that last time. That's because
like it's important to me to have the fewer the chemicals, like the better.
Oh yeah.
You know, so this thing literally just has like whey protein isolates, a little bit of lemon flavoring, and caffeine. It's like, dude, there's like no caffeine in there. I think it's like less than 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Well, I'm gonna tell you some right now. And I
the stuff that you sent me, you should have warned me.
I told you.
Dude, it's nice, but it made me feel like I was having heart palpitations. Like normally, like on a good day, like if I'm really well rested, I can do 5 sets.
Yeah.
And this is like with the shadow boxing and the warm up stuff. And my workout is typically like if I take my time with it, it's like it can go from like an hour 30 to 2 hours if I'm really feeling it. But dude, with your workout, so I my normal workout I max out at 4 sets complete. But when I was on the Blackstone Lab stuff, I went to like past 5 and still felt fine. I didn't mix any of the I did actually mix. I mixed the I did the pre-workout and then I forgot the thermo one for the sweating.
Oh yeah, the Paraburn, or was the Viper?
I think no, it was the Viper.
Okay, yeah, that's extra good, bro. You just threw gas on fire. That's what you did.
I didn't try the dick pills because that shit scared me.
It's good stuff though, bro. It's good stuff.
Maybe one day when my wife's not home, I'll try it out. But dude, that shit was very scary. And like the animal one is also like started freaking me out a little bit too.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Funny thing, dude, that stuff. So when I first started working out, right?
Yeah.
In November 2020, and you recommended the animal, and I did that. So my regular sets were 5 sets.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and the animal ran out, and I didn't do any pre-workouts. I just did some cup of coffee, workout. I couldn't get to the 5 sets. Like it was difficult to get to the 5 sets, and that's when I was like, "This is not good," because this means that it's on the level. It has to be on the level of PED.
Oh yeah, it's very fine border, bro. There's very fine border. Did I ever send you those the red pills? It came in a pack of red pills.
You sent me a whole pharmacy.
Well, I know I did, but I get all this shit for free, bro. So
I know. My wife was like, "What is in that Ziploc bag?"
I wrote on it.
You didn't tell me the dosage.
I was like, just a scoop, a tablespoon,
So
but you know.
Dude, I used my animal scooper, which I guess was like too much because I think that's I don't even remember. Oh, it's like I don't remember.
You literally took a 2-scooper.
Much.
If you used the animal scooper, that was a 2-scooper for that Blackstone Labs.
Yeah, but now I'm like now my workout routine is like it's like very chill. I don't feel like the Hulk anymore. But I also like my weights are also higher up in weight.
Yeah,
because I'm doing like medium weight with like high reps.
Yeah,
or like quality reps. So I'm like really slowly curling that shit. But yeah, it's been good. And protein, like the protein afterwards, like I literally just do oat milk with some chocolate sauce.
That's the way to do it. You know what you can do is if you take Costco egg whites, and if you read on the side, they're drinkable. So you can literally just pour egg whites and that chocolate syrup in there, and you got chocolate milk.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's exactly what I do.
But like, because like my like I don't want to overdo the protein, right? Because every day I eat overnight oats.
Yeah.
So like every day even if it's a recovery day, I'm like getting like 20 to 30 grams of protein just from the overnight oats. And then on workout days, I do the Costco protein bars, which is like 26 grams. So that's already, 50 plus whatever I'm eating for dinner, which is normally lean meats. And but on weekends, normally I just do 4 eggs as my like post workout routine. I'm trying to get abs, bro. I'm trying to do the calorie deficit thing and trying to get abs.
It takes time. In my life. It takes time. Abs are made in the kitchen. That's why it's always said. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you figure out that good the good mix of carbohydrates, fats, and protein, and you get it down just right, they fucking pop right the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But I was going to recommend you, and like I said, I don't know if I told you about it before, but if the animal and the Blackstone Labs are way too strong, Universal is owned, or Universal Supplements is what owns Animal. And so they're very high quality products all across the board, but they sell this stuff called shock therapy. And you can go on Amazon and look it up. You can look at the ingredients too, but it's literally a multivitamin in a pre-workout. So it's literally just one powder. But the thing is, you can't take it 8 hours before you go to sleep, because I've seen people have panic attacks from taking it, bro. It's like that Cheech and Chong, like, oh, what you give me, man? What you give me? I never had no shit like that. And I've seen people, bro, fucking freak out.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Is like that's the scary part of the pre-workouts that you were recommending me. Is like I would finish the workout, still have energy. I'm gonna run to the store. Yeah, dude. Like now, fuck BCAAs. All I do is chia seeds.
Yep.
Like a gram of chia seeds in water with a bunch of berries and some honey. That's what I do. So,
and that's good right there, man. That's all the essentials you need right there in itself, with all the vitamins and with that honey right there too. It really takes it up a notch.
Yeah, because like I honestly couldn't deal with the pre-workout shits.
Oh yeah, no. If you don't got an iron stomach, it's a real thing. If you get the coffee shits, the pre-workout shits are even worse.
Yeah, and like the neon green peas is really bothering me.
Really, like, it freaks everybody out. Like I take a strong multivitamin, which is from Animal Pack. It's just called Animal Pack. It's a flagship. It's the name of the company, and is literally everything you would ever need for training. And it literally, like you said, it looks like I drink nothing but Monster for like 4 days.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm like talking about like being all like holistic and stuff, and I'm like drinking the worst possible thing ever.
Oh yeah, it's got so much sugar in it.
Oh my god, this is so. It didn't even give me like that much energy. It just gave me a stomach ache.
Yeah, it'll do that.
And I normally do not do energy drinks.
Yeah, if I do energy drinks, I find like because of my heart condition, certain vitamins give me palpitations. And so far, the rains are the only ones that don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? They're sugar free, and they like I can drink it, and I'll have the caffeine, but I'm not feeling weird.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it
No,
goes.
I was hoping to kill two birds with one stone, because I worked an event last Monday.
Yeah.
Last Monday. I posted on stories. I was with Sutton from Self Care.
Yeah.
When we were at the tattoo thing, and we drank those, and like they worked fine. We were hyped up and good to go. But I would not take that over coffee any day.
Yeah, I'd have definitely drank coffee.
I thought that, like, because C4 makes
pre-workout
as well. So I was like, this will be good. Do the podcast, work out. I honestly should have just done pre-workout.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, because like C4 has always been like one of those brands that I'm like, once they had to reformulate, it's never the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember the Jack 3D days, but that's exactly what, like the original Jack 3D had a compound in it that was basically an offshoot of amphetamine. And so people died because they were doing like 8 scoops every day. Like, I feel so good.
There was a dude in Australia who died from doing pre-workout.
Yeah.
And he only took like 1 scoop, but like, I guess he was like, a buddy of his was making pre-workout.
Oh, fuck. That's like the worst.
Dude, and like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, in Australia, like, can you not buy fucking pre-workout? You got to make your own pre-workout.
Well, everyone's getting into the supplement game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you got into the beard oil? You can literally go on Amazon, look up bulk supplements, and you can buy whole bags of creatine, L-carnitine, and literally just mix your own shit.
Yeah. Well, like, I was, I guess the news article was that, like, his friend was buying all of the, like, compounds from China and mixing it himself. So he was buying like not synthesized, but like some extract for caffeine.
Yeah.
And so I guess, like, when the coroner did the autopsy on the guy who died, they found out that he fucking had over 1,000 milligrams of nicotine in his body. Not nicotine, sorry. Caffeine in his body.
Yeah, you can literally buy bags of caffeine.
It's fucking crazy. And like, it makes me wonder, like, how close I could have gotten to that level, because when I was younger, I used to do no-dose with caffeine pills to stay awake at school. This is before, like, I knew what coffee was.
Oh yeah, or before, like, you knew better. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But so been trying to just do the coffee or caffeine. I'm actually thinking about, like, getting Lucy gum to, like, chew while I work out, just to see, like, how the nicotine, like, just nicotine helps with working out. Because sometimes when I, like, try and reward myself through the workout, like, if I get to 3 sets, I'm like, all right, we're going to just have 10 seconds rest. You can have a quick smoke break and then get back. And, or if I'm, like, really, really struggling, I have peppermint oil, like, in a cotton ball, and I'm like, let's go.
Have you ever heard of New Gear? It is it's basically a mouthpiece designed for workout. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have mouthpieces to protect your teeth. These ones are specifically for working out, because what it does is it lines your jaw in. And a lot of times what happens is when I use it, it wakes me up, because I'm very conscious it's in my mouth. So I'm so concentrated. I'm like, it literally, like, makes me so much more aware when I use it. And I got a cool Punisher one too.
I guess I've never thought of that. I'm not conscious of what my mouth is doing, because when I'm working out, like, I do a lot of breath work. Yeah. Like, I consciously am, like, monitoring my breath and, like, how I'm breathing, and, like, if I'm doing certain workouts, like if I'm doing a clean press, right, a kettlebell clean press, like, I will speed up my breathing to compensate for how taxing it is. Yeah. To do all the motions. Like I've even tried to do it with a Turkish get up.
Yeah.
Haven't nailed that one yet because it's like I don't know how to breathe through it yet. So, but I just concentrate on my breathing.
Yeah.
Like if I like, because now I've actually started monitoring my heart rate while I work out, and it's like cool to see like what if I'm doing certain type of breath work, how
it affects it.
I can lower my heart rate very, very quickly. And I've been doing this for like the conditioning training for like shadow boxing so that I won't gas out.
Yep.
So far so good. I haven't been able,
the breathing
I've never like
works?
worked out, dude. Yeah. Because I used to be a mouth breather. Like
I'm still in, bro. I'm still in.
Yeah, but you have an excuse because like you got the CPAC going on, you know, you're a bigger dude, you got more muscles, you need more oxygen, you know, it's just your body saying you need more gas
air. That's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask, when you're doing your kettlebell exercise, are you bracing with your abs or are you kind of like just trying to keep them tight? Because when you for any exercise when you're doing, because like I'm a very big form person, so I like always make sure form, like shoulder, like my stance is correct, my knees are bent, and then per exercise I do, just how you said breathing, I breathe in and then I just don't breathe out, but I brace my stomach, and it always gives me way more strength when in my lifts. So as soon as I engage my core to the bracing form, and it's almost like pushing your stomach out, but you're like trying to flex it. And so once I get that core pushed and flexed and pushed out, and as I breathe to lift, I always get the most strength at it. So I wasn't too sure if you're like incorporating it.
I guess I haven't really been like conscious of it, but I definitely brace sometimes. Like I guess I consciously like tighten up like the ab muscles.
Yeah.
Or like I activate my ab muscles to do certain things. But most of it is like all like hip hinging.
Yeah.
Like with the swing and like with the clean press and stuff like that. Kettlebell cleans, I mean. Yeah, most of them are just hip hinges, and I think because all that stuff is like compound motions.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the kettlebell stuff is I don't have to think about it because my body has to do these certain things in order to do the motion.
Yeah.
So like I'm not consciously tightening up my abs. They're just doing that in order to sustain the weight, which is like the best part.
And that's one of the things why I bring it up, because like, hey, you're talking about how you want abs. You can literally, once you train your body to brace like that, because you do it naturally. Sometimes your body just slacks on not doing it, but once you start concentrating on doing it, you literally start doing ab workouts while you're working out, and so it literally starts building and forming those abs. When you start, like at least for a month, it took me a while. Once I figured out how to brace my stomach per every lift for all the different lifts I would do, whether it was rowing, benching, squatting, whatever. Once I engaged that and it became secondhand, that's when I always noticed my abs were more predominantly growing. And I wouldn't even be doing sit-ups or like any kind of ab exercises, because it would just naturally, the flexing of them themselves under the load would just make them grow.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've definitely seen progress, but like it's like slow progress in the ab department because like one of the biggest milestones is like now I can actually feel my hips, which is nice.
Yeah.
But it's the stubborn like belly fat from like love handle stuff that I'm trying to get rid of, and like there's no way to get rid of that shit except for dieting and just being consistent.
Yeah, that
and it's just patience, right?
It's that there's no such thing as little like stubborn bit.
Yeah, it's like it's like I'm chubby skinny right now because like upper half and lower half are awesome.
You're just waiting for that middle.
Yep. But then again, I have to like remind myself, and this is that like ego, like keeping my ego in check kind of thing, where it's like I have to remind myself that prior to working out from November 2020 to November 21st, that's 1 year of working out versus close to 20 plus years of just doing damage to my body. of just drinking and eating bullshit.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Trust me, it's a long, hard road, and I know how that goes. And guess the fuck what? This is the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch this shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to it? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's ever easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Get yourself some fucking beard oil. Follow sleepterrorclothing.com. The link is in the notes. Get yourself some beard oil. Get yourself some fucking clothes and get hooked the fuck up. And thank you, Jon, for coming on.
Thanks, dude.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.